Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with a remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning!
Hello, my dear students. How are you all? Today we are going to study Measuring Time Part 2. Learn this? What it is? Oh, remember? Something I had given in the last lecture in Part 1, Measuring Time, that you have to learn this concept, that is 1 hour is equal to 60 minutes, half an hour is equal to 30 minutes, a quarter of an hour is equal to 15 minutes, and 3/4 of an hour is 45 minutes. Have you all learned? Let's see. Clock here. You all have to observe it carefully, and what this clock is showing. It shows that when the minute hand starts from any number on the clock and reaches the next number or the next digit, it is 5 minutes. Here, between 12 to 1, 1 to 2, all these numbers, between these two numbers, you can see the 4 lines, right? And the next, when it reaches to 1, from 12 to 1, it means 5 minutes completed. Here, this clock, we have to read the time the clock is showing. The explanation of the same, that between two digits, between two number, 5 minutes are there. The same explanation will help us out to read the time. Let's see how. Okay, always say the table of 5. That is, here the minute hand is on 2. So 2 5s are 10. It means 10 minutes past 2. Yes, 10 minutes past 2. Digitally we can read this as 2:10. Read the time for this. Now for reading the time, first we have to see the minute hand, where the minute hand is on. Here the minute hand is on 5. Yes, so 5 multiplied by 5, that is 25. So 25 minutes past 3, because here you can see the hour hand is between 3 and 4. It means our hand is already past 3. So reading the time is what? 25 minutes past 3. Read the time, measuring the time is the same thing. Measuring the time means calculate the time. How we are going to calculate? Check here. Minute hand is on 10. So again we have to multiply 10 with 5. 10 5s are 50. So time says 50 minutes past 5. Why not 6? Because if you'll observe, we'll come to know the hour hand is exactly not on 6. Yet the 10 minutes are left to 6. So we have to read the time 50 minutes past 5 instead of 50 minutes past 6, because our hand is not reached on 6. Start calculating. Oh, what the clock is showing, what time it is. Have you calculated? No? Okay. So the first step should be what? That minute hand is on which number? It is on 7. So 7 5s are 35. So we can read the time as 35 minutes past 10. Yes, 10:35. Students, we have the assignment in the workbook on page number 57. Fill in the blanks. We have the first fill in the blanks, half past 6. Half past means 30 minutes past 6. Second fill in the blank is 45 minutes past 1. Instead of 45 minutes past, we have to use the term quarter to. But instead of 1, we have to write 2. It means quarter means what? 15 minutes to 2. Means 45 minutes past 1. Digitally, we can read this as 1:45, or quarter to 2 also means the same, 1:45. Third fill in the blank is quarter past 10. Quarter again 15 minutes past 10. Next is 30 minutes past 7. As you can see in the first fill in the blanks, instead of half past, we wrote 30 minutes past. So here also we'll do the same in reverse order. Instead of 30 minutes past, we can use the word half past 7. Next fill in the blank is quarter to 9. Now quarter to 9, instead of quarter to, we have to write 45 minutes past 8. Already 45 minutes past 8. Correct. After 8 o'clock, 45 minutes already passed. Then sixth fill in the blanks is 15 minutes to 8. Now in fifth fill in the blanks, it says the same thing. Quarter to 9 means 15 minutes to 9. Correct. Here it is saying that 15 minutes to 8. So 45 minutes past 7, or you can say quarter to 8. Students, study this page of calendar and answer the following questions. Questions you will get on workbook page number 58. Now, first question is, how many days does August month has? Here, after reading, after study the calendar, we can get that 31 days August month has. Yes. Now, our second question is, this year on which day of the week is Independence Day? Now, for this answer, you have to read the question twice, because the question is demanding or asking the which day. Date we know on 15th of August, but for day we have to read the calendar. Yes, 15th August falls on which day? Correct. Friday. Now third question is, how many Tuesdays does this month have? Now Tuesday you can see 5, 12, 19, 20. These dates falls on Tuesday, right? So how many Tuesdays are there? 4 Tuesdays. Correct. Next question is, which dates fall on Monday? Now dates, it's not day, it's date, D-A-T-E-S. So which dates fall on Monday? So read the page, read the calendar and guess the answer. Yes, you are correct. Dates are 4, 11, 18 and 25. Our next question is, in August, which day occurs 5 times? Now, here you can see 3 days are occurring 5 times in this month. The first is Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Correct. Now last question for reading this calendar is, how many days pass before the same day of the week is repeated? For this, we have to say 6 days. Now how 6 days? 6 days passed before the same day of the week is repeated. For example, here you can see Sunday. First Sunday falls on 3rd. Correct. Then again the next Sunday falls on 10th. So count the days between 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These dates. Correct. So how many dates? How many days are between 3 and 10? Correct. 6 days. So 6 days passed before the same day of the week is repeated. You can calculate the same way. Monday also. 4 and 11. Between 4 and 11, how many days are there? 6 days. So this way we can read the calendar. Let's do something new or different. Word problems of the calendar or the calculation of time and dates. Here we have one question. Says that in a certain year, the Ganesh festival started on the 19th of September and ended on the 29th of September. For how many days was the festival celebrated? Without calculation also you all can answer this question. That is, Ganesh festivals stays for 11 days. But to get this answer correctly, we need to calculate. And how to calculate? Let's see. First question is, the festival started on the dash and ended on the dash. So we have the answer in the question itself, that the festival started on the 19th September and ended on 29th September. Then next should be, so after the dash up to the dash, this fill in the blanks is very important. Up to the. Now let's see the answer. Answer is saying what? 18th September. So after the 18th September up to the 29th September. Now why instead of 19, 18 is written? Because the word says up to. So till 18. We have to start calculating after 19th. Correct? So will not count 19th of September. For the calculation we need the one day prior. So 29 minus 18 is 11 days. Yes, you are correct. The festival was celebrated for 11 days. You can see one more example of the same type. But here the calculation is little different because the month has changed. Seema reached her hometown for Diwali on the 10th of November and stayed there till the 5th of December. Correct. She reached on 10th of November and stayed till 5th of December. November month till December, 5th of December. So how many days did she spend there? How to calculate the days? The first, the month of November has 30 days. Then Seema reached her hometown on the 10th of November, as the question says. In the last question, we have studied that instead of 10th of November, we have to take one day prior for the calculation purpose. So after the 9th November up to the 30th November, calculation 30 minus 9 is 21 days. But this is not our final answer. This calculation was of month of November. So for the month of November she stayed 21 days. But what about the December month days? Yes, 5 days of the December month. We have to add it. So she spent 21 days of November and 5 days of December. Total 26 days she spent in her hometown. So final answer is Seema spent 26 days in her hometown. Look at this, students. The year having 29 days in February month is called a leap year. As we all know, month of February has 28 days. But after 3 years, month of February is having 29 days. That particular year is called as leap year. Now, how to find out whether it is a leap year or not? So, the calculation is divide a year by 4. For example, 2004, 2008, 2012 are divisible by 4. Divisible by 4 is what? After dividing this numbers, after dividing by this years, the remainder is 0. It means these years are divisible by 4. If the number denoting century year is divisible by 400, for example 2000, year 2000 was a leap year because this year was divisible by 400. Students, calculate the time and write the time for each. Keep learning something new every day and enhance your knowledge. Happy learning, students.